Hello, gazers.
Hello, gazers. We are the Problematic Gays, and together we take a piece of pop culture from the last 60-odd years and examine it through the problematic lens, asking ourselves the question, could you get away with it today? And if not, why not? And what does that say about society and culture then and now?
And before we take a deep dive into our chosen topic, we'll look at the news events of the year, we'll look at the TV landscape and the pop charts, just to put our chosen topic and the year into context. So how are you?
Very good. There's no chocolate today.
No chocolate after Snickersgate last week.
I can't do anything, mate. No Snickers, no double-deckers.
No.
I'm just not allowed to touch anything.
I have just had a chocolate chip cookie.
Two-tier Dave, that's what it is, isn't it? One rule for him, another rule for everybody else. I'll see how it works.
I'm the head of tech, you see. I can accentuate my voice if I need to.
It's true, you can.
Yes.
You can. So this week, we are turning our attention to something a little bit risque.
A bit saucy.
I think it's the most saucy thing we've ever seen, actually.
I think it is.
Yeah,
it's kind of like on a par with Madonna's Justify My Love.
Yes, and Carry On Girls.
Yeah. Yes, it is. We do like a bit of sauce here. We are the Problematic Gays, so we should be dissecting that.
So we're dissecting The Secret Diary of a Call Girl, first broadcast in 2007. The episode we're looking at was broadcast on the 27th of September 2007. What's your relationship with The Secret Diary of a Call Girl?
I'd never seen it. It's something that completely passed me by, didn't really appeal to me, therefore I didn't watch it. What about you?
The same, exactly the same. Never saw it. I knew of it because it was quite a core celeb at the time, mainly because I think it was Billie Piper with very little clothes on.
Yes.
And it never really appealed. I was quite interested, but not interested enough to actually watch it because I had a lot of preconceptions about it being a bit trite, it was a bit blah, blah, blah. But anyway, we shall see whether those preconceptions turn out to be true or not.
Yes, before we go any further, I should just say we had a lot of gazer reaction to the war games that we watched last week, back from 1965.
Very sorry about that, everybody.
I hope you've all recovered from the talk of nuclear annihilation and everything. So we thought we'd just brighten up the airwaves and YouTube waves by talking about something a little bit lighter and frothier, or is it?
Indeed.
Yes, exactly. And also, before we go any further, if you like Problematic Gays, please hit that like and subscribe button.
Yes.
That was easy to say, wasn't it?
Well,
It's that chocolate cookie.
Yeah. You see, vindicated. That's why you shouldn't have meat chocolate before you. Yeah, is it clagging?
Clogs your vocal cords, you see.
Clagged up at the back, is it? That'll learn you.
Affects your diction.
The sauciness levels.
And also, just while I've cleared the phlegm from the back of my throat, we are an independent podcast. We do everything ourselves. So your liking and subscribing us really helps to spread the word of the Problematic Gays, because we haven't got a marketing budget.
We haven't got a budget.
No.
We haven't got a budget.
But if you're watching us for the first time, we are Radio Times reviewed.
Yes, we are.
Independent reviewed.
Yes, we
Podcast Rex reviewed.
Yes, we are.
Yes, it's going well.
Going well. So you could leave a review as well. Thank you.
Absolutely. Please do.
Should we cross over to the news desk and discover some of the events? See, Trevor and McDonald's are on standby, I see.
They're on.
And see what's happening in the UK in the year 2007.
Let's go to the news desk. Here we are.
So pleased they've moved that, so it's just there now.
I know, exactly.
Makes all the
exactly. We
difference.
don't have to walk miles across the studio to the news desk.
Vast studio space of PG1.
Yes, so a lot of UK news and international news. Or is it just UK news?
Well, this is UK news.
Oh, a little bit of international news towards the end. Tell you what, I'll stop reading this and then just go with the first thing.
Just do the first
I'll just do it. Okay, so quite serious news this. On the 3rd of May 2007, 3-year-old Madeleine McCann goes missing from a holiday resort in Praia da Luz, Portugal, sparking global media attention and ongoing investigations. Now, this was huge news, wasn't it? This poor little girl, sadly, still not found.
Yeah.
People accusing the parents.
Well, this is the first kind of pylon, isn't it, that we get in the kind of modern social media age when everybody's got an opinion. There's all these stories flying around about the parents' involvement. I remember living with that journalist at the time, and she, with all seriousness, and I probably got it from, I think, the Times or the Telegraph, had said, well, they found traces in the back of the car that absolutely proves that she was in the parents' boot of the car, you know. All of it turned out to be bollocks. They didn't even have a test that was sufficient at the time to be able to determine that, but it just shows this speculation just took off, didn't it?
And all because it sells papers.
Absolutely. But I was reminded of that poor woman who drowned walking her dog. Do you remember?
Yes.
Yeah, before last. And suddenly everybody's a detective and everybody's got an opinion and everybody's got pointing the finger at somebody. It also showed that whole thing about Madeleine McCann's parents not reacting in a certain way they were supposed to. You have that become more of a thing as well. You know, people are lying because they're not as grief-stricken. You know, and this just all kind of starts here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This.
And also, it's every single mannerism now.
Yes.
Is scrutinised, and none more so than Meghan Markle. Mm-hmm. There was an article in the Daily Mail today about the way, when they were on the balcony together in happier times for them, the way that Meghan Markle looked at Charlotte, Princess Charlotte, and what that denoted and what that said about Meghan Markle's state of mind or attitude towards Charlotte and the Prince and Princess of Wales. And it's a look.
Well, it's not even a look. It's a snapshot of a look at the moment. So it's not even a look. It's a tiny piece of a look, you know, where she could have been doing a lot like that. She could be thinking, oh God, my fucking feet are killing me, you know, but it's just ridiculous, isn't it? And used as an agenda. So
but I mean, it just sounds like every bit of news just stems from just something minute and ridiculous and spun.
Yes.
And like you say, this was, you know, Madeleine McCann's parents. They've just, regardless of what you think about the situation of how she disappeared, were just scrutinised, weren't they? And on top of losing your daughter, you've got all that as well.
Yeah. And there are still people who think they were involved somehow.
Yeah.
You know, that'll never leave them, I suspect.
No.
Until the girl's found. Well, even then. Ghastly. Also, on the 3rd of May, the Scottish National Party win the Holyrood election and forms its first minority government under Alex Salmond. So we've talked a bit about devolution of Scotland and Wales, and here it is in action. Scotland gets its own parliament for the first time in a long time. Good. To which I say...
absolutely.
Yeah.
Why not? OK, on the 27th of June, this feels like a lifetime ago now, Gordon Brown succeeds Tony Blair as Prime Minister after leading the Treasury for 10 years. So, Gordon Brown...
Yeah, gosh. I mean...
Tensions between Gordon Brown and Tony Blair.
Yeah.
Tony Blair ousted, all that kind of thing. And then do you remember when Gordon Brown had that meeting with that woman... and got in the car and his mic was still on, hot mic, talking about scrutinising everything. And what did he say? That stupid
that
woman.
Dreadful woman.
Dreadful woman.
Yeah, racist. She called her racist or something, didn't he? But it was just...
Yeah. Happier times. It just seems simpler then, didn't it?
Yeah. And of course, the year after, we're going to get the financial crash again, aren't we?
Yeah.
Of which is a little portend at the end of the year coming. By all accounts, manages to avert complete disaster for the country, but doesn't get any credit for it.
No.
My journalist friend, the same one again, went to a Downing Street lunch organised by his wife, Sarah, because he's got this reputation of being dour, not particularly interesting, dull, isn't he? And he came in and entertained this room of like 12 hard-bitten female journalists, and she said he was one of the funniest, most charismatic guys she's ever met.
Yeah.
When she came out, she's like, I fucking love Gordon Brown.
Well, there are some prime ministers who have to rely on their charisma.
Yeah, because they've got fuck all else.
And their personality.
Boris.
Boris. You know, and there are other people who just kind of like, you know, glide along and people go, are they boring?
Yes.
Oh, we've got no personality. And actually, they're just the ones who are doing the fucking
Quietly
work.
competent, getting on with it. Yes,
just
please.
check, darling, that we're recording on your end.
We are.
I've got, because we did set up quite quickly today, didn't
Yes,
we?
we did.
And I was just a little bit worried.
We did. No, we're still recording.
As head
Still
of tech,
recording. Yes.
I need to know these things.
I mean, you can't give yourself a P45, can you?
No.
No.
No, exactly.
No.
Well, that's good.
On the 29th and 30th of June, there were attempted terrorist attacks in London and Glasgow. Car bombs are discovered in central London, and a flaming Jeep was driven into Glasgow airport. I remember that happening.
Yes, I do.
I mean, this is all because Iraq's kicking off still, isn't it? So,
yeah.
I mean... that interminable, dreadful war that we got sucked into, which just means you get a lot of pissed off people who start doing this kind of crazy nonsense.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to some happier news. Flooding. In June and July, there are major summer floods in England. Severe flooding across Yorkshire, Gloucestershire and the Midlands displaced thousands and caused massive infrastructure damage.
God, I mean, here
it's
we
a
are.
sign of things to come, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You know, that was at the start of it. Well, obviously, they've been flooded before.
Yeah, it's going to get worse.
Sorry to be all doom and gloom gazers.
Yes. Well, my mum got really flooded out horrifically one year watching it on the news. She was on the news, but it was like a once-in-a-lifetime flood hit my hometown, and now she gets a bloody flood warning every year.
Really?
Yeah, they get the flood warning comes through, the texts come through saying prepare yourself.
Could I just draw your attention to my Octopussy mug?
Yes, it's lovely.
James Bond, one of my favourite film's Octopussy, even though it's not known in the canon as being particularly strong.
I'm sure I've seen it.
It's set in India and Germany.
Yeah. Nice. What a lovely mug he's got.
There you go.
Okay, some better news. On the 8th of October, the Human Fertilisation and Embryology Bill is introduced in Parliament. The bill proposes key changes to UK laws on embryo research, fertility treatment and parental recognition for same-sex couples.
What does that mean, parental recognition for same-sex couples?
I think... Fact-checking department.
Fact-check department.
I think it's that if you and your husband decided to have a baba and you use like an embryo or a surrogate mother, you'd both get recognised as the parents of the baba.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
Fact-checking department. Yeah. Crashing on.
Okay, in September, the Northern Rock Bank run begins. The Northern Rock faced liquidity crisis. Oh, shit. Can I start that again?
It was you doing quite well, though.
No, in rehearsal it went really well.
Really well.
Yeah. Okay, in September, the Northern Rock Bank run begins. The Northern Rock faced a liquidity crisis, prompting the first major run on a bank since the 19th century and a government bailout. Now, what does a run mean?
I'm not 100% sure, but basically it just means lots of people queuing up to take their money out because they think the bank's going to go under.
Fine.
Yeah, I think it's the idea that the bank is going to collapse and your money's gone. The year after, we're going to get this huge financial crisis when suddenly the banks will be bailed out once again by taxpayer money. You know?
But it's all the immigrants' fault.
Of course it is.
Yeah, there we go.
God almighty.
Okay, so on the 13th of December... I'm just crashing on.
Crashing on. Taking my lines. Come on, back in your box.
Go on, I bow to you. I bow to you.
I bow to you. On the 13th of December, the UK signs the Treaty of Lisbon. Now, this treaty reforms the European Council's governance, creates a permanent president of the European Council and strengthens and expands the role of the European Parliament. It will fuel the oncoming Brexit debates, which are going to start happening, and kind of for a lot of people who panic about the EU, this was like the EU consolidating its power and becoming like a federal state and United States of Europe, etc., etc. Delete as applicable, which nonsense argument you want to subscribe to, but it's right here.
Exactly. And this was the start of us not being able to buy straight bananas.
Oh, well, that's exactly it.
Furious at the time.
Rightly so.
Okay, so on the 16th of December, British troops formally hand control of Basra back to Iraqi forces, marking a significant step. Is that cookie?
It's that cookie, that claggy cookies at the back of your throat, isn't it?
Marking a significant step in the UK's withdrawal from the Iraq War.
Because it's gone really well, hasn't it? It's gone very well and continues to go very well.
We went in there to stop Saddam with his weapons of mass destruction, causing the deaths of UK and American troops.
And innocent civilians, and created a hot mess in our wake. Good. So, 2007, do
you think running forward, to round off the news desk, we might have to have...
And finally
a little fluffy cat gets rescued from a tree or something.
I think we probably should, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and finally, in news in 2007, a little fluffy cat was rescued up a tree in Shropshire. That's lovely, isn't it?
That's really
lovely.
Nice.
That's lovely.
Okay, thank you. So, let's move on.
Nice warm glow.
Yeah.
Not just a tenor lady. Should we have a look at the year in telly?
Let's do it.
In 2007. Would you like to go first?
I will. So dramas in 2007, like Life on Mars, which has its series finale, and its sequel, Ashes to Ashes, which is announced this year, captures viewers with nostalgia and sci-fi twists.
I loved Life on Mars.
Didn't see an episode.
But I really loved Ashes to Ashes.
Yeah.
Just because it had Keely Hawes in it. And actually, she was very much channeling Inner Purdy.
Oh, was
I have
she?
to say. Yes, she was.
I love Keely Hawes.
So do I. Come on the pod, Keely.
Come on the pod,
Keely.
Yeah.
You can do one of your things.
She can do the news desk with us.
Imagine. Doctor Who, back to Doctor Who, remains hugely popular with David Tennant as the Doctor and Freema Agyeman debuting as companion Martha Jones. The Christmas special this year will feature Kylie Minogue as the guest star. Thank Kylie. And be the second highest rated show of the year.
Okay, now question for you.
Yes.
As a Doctor Who aficionado.
A homosexual.
Yeah, yes. Homosexual. Do you think Freema Agyeman was handed a little bit of a shitty stick.
Yes, yeah, she does. And I think she's great. And I think she's wonderful. And yes, she was. Her character was given a little shitty stick to, they made us in love with the Doctor. And she shouldn't have done. She was great. She's one of the few Doctor Who companions who leaves the Doctor of her own accord, with her own agency. She doesn't get her brain wiped, doesn't end up in a parallel universe, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, it was a short straw for Freema.
Yeah.
And she got a lot of shit at the time, which only kind of came out recently for being a black woman cast as the first black companion of a Doctor, and it was just fucking nonsense.
So that combined with having to follow the beloved Billie Piper, just felt as though she just wasn't given a fair crack of the whip, really. I don't know what she thinks about it. I mean, it was a springboard to a glittering career that she's had. Yeah. But yeah, just don't feel sorry for Martha Jones.
So do I, and we love Freema Agyeman. You can come on the pod whenever you like as well.
Yeah, you can, Freema.
Come on, McKeely.
Come on, McKeely.
Imagine.
Yeah, make it a little foursome. Who would you have, though? Would you have Keeley or Freema?
I'd have Freema.
I'd have Keeley.
Yeah. That's nice. So I could sit and look at Keeley, you could sit and look at Freema.
Yeah.
We'll sit next to them.
Yeah.
We're best pals.
Okay.
We need to stop it. We need to get a life, don't we? Just read something, David. Read something.
So Gavin and Stacey debuts this year, co-created by James Corden and Ruth Jones. It will become a beloved British sitcom, and it is, in my eyes, beloved British sitcom.
It is.
I love it. Whenever it's on Dave or whatever, I always stick around to watch.
Yeah, I never really got into it at the time, but retrospectively I have. I really enjoy it. Sweet, it's sweet.
It's sweet.
ITV airs successful dramas, including Primeval. I don't know how successful Primeval was, but never mind. And Lewis, helping to maintain its core audience.
Lewis, of course, with Billie Piper's ex-husband.
He who shall not be named, but his name sounds like Cox. Can't fit.
Yeah, and shows like The X Factor and Big Brother pull in millions of viewers. 2007 also marked the first season of Britain's Got Talent, won by opera singer Paul Potts.
Did you ever watch any Britain's Got Talent?
No. Do you know what? I'm looking at all these TV shows and I thought, I didn't see that, didn't watch that, apart from Doctor Who. I think it's because I was actually working in telly at the time, and I was filming till late hours. So
it's probably a busman's holiday for you.
I wasn't watching television. I was making it.
You're making it. It's the year of the phone-in scandal, though. Remember this?
Yeah.
All the main broadcasters are caught with their pants down, basically, misleading viewers during phone-in competitions. Shows like Blue Peter, who would have thought, Saturday Kitchen and Richard and Judy faced criticism for faking winners or rigging results. The scandal prompts Ofcom investigations, multi-million-pound fines and calls for stricter editorial standards.
And the strange thing is, who was really surprised that TV shows weren't creating illusions? Stuff. I mean, it just goes to show how much faith people have in these shows that they're doing the right thing.
But I mean, you'd like to think Blue Peter. Come on, Biddy Baxter who's just died, wasn't she recently?
Yeah, she has.
R.I.P. Biddy. She was a bit of a. Has a fearsome reputation.
She was quite a bit of a Julia Smith, wasn't she?
Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
But I mean, that was that generation of
BBC grafters.
I'm the boss. What I say goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the whole phone-in thing. But obviously, a lot of pearl clutching and any chance to attack the BBC.
Of course.
Tabloids go forward, don't they?
Yeah. Speaking of pearl clutching, Dave, do you want to do the next one?
Okay, so yes. Back to Big Brother and Celebrity Big Brother. It's the year of the race row. Thousands of complaints after accusations of racist bullying directed at Bollywood actress Shilpa Shetty, primarily by Jade Goody and other housemates. The incident caused public outcry, parliamentary discussion and damaged Channel 4's reputation, especially around diversity and regulation.
It was pretty ghastly, wasn't it? It was awful. And then becomes an international story as well when, India complains and Gordon Brown's on the trip over there and has to comment on it and stuff and talk about, because by this stage Britain has convinced itself that it's a country at ease with immigration, with race relations. We've talked before about the kind of optimism of the early noughties and the noughties in general, how it feels like we're in quite a good place. So this felt really kind of scuzzy and tawdry and just disappointing.
It was disappointing, but also still providing entertainment.
Yeah.
I mean, the producers of Big Brother quite easily have said, we're not showing this.
Yes. Yeah.
Because this is too contentious. It's not painting us in a good light. It's not painting Jade Goody in a good light, because she was their star signing, wasn't she? Because she'd become a star in her own right by that point.
Yeah.
Let's have words with them and pull them out. Yeah. I think it was because it wasn't just one incident. It was a series of incidents, and it kind of grew, and they'd already started let the genie out of the bottle by showing one slightly racist, well, not slightly racist, racist comment.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just snowballed from there.
Yeah. And I suppose there's still also a little hint of finding our way as a country as to what was acceptable and what could be said, you know, and of course that leans into the argument, oh, well, you can't say anything these days, you know, which actually, if you're being a racist twat, no, you can't, you know, end of. There's no discussion here.
Yeah, find a different podcast.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, it was all very... left a horrible taste in your mouth.
And I think that was kind of like Mark the Death Knell for Celebrity Big Brother on Channel 4, which became just such a hot, contentious potato.
Yes. And Jill Pachetti now does lovely yoga videos on YouTube.
Does she?
Yes, she does. Yes, I did one of hers the other day. It was very nice.
I might go into Jill Pachetti.
That's a bit of support for Shilpa.
I do like me yoga.
Digital TV continues to expand. New television is being produced. Use digital as the default settings. And in July, BBC iPlayer gets a beta launch. Don't know what that means. Revolutionising how audiences access TV. And viewers increasingly watch content online, laying the groundwork for the streaming boom of the 2010s. iPlayer is one of the biggest platforms in the world, I think, isn't it? It's huge.
Yes. Yeah, it is. It's great. I love iPlayer.
Yeah.
Some back catalogue on it as well.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was the TV news of 2007.
Indeed. Should we have a look at the top 20 of the music charts for the week of the 23rd of September 2007? Confidence in this?
Not huge.
No, I have a feeling the same. I'm just...
Yeah.
I peaked at this point. I was losing interest.
Didn't listen to the charts anymore.
No.
Not for a good few years.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think the only time we'd ever hear all this is on the radio.
Well, let's have a look. So, number 20, Don't Mess With My Man, Booty Love.
Know that one?
No, I know the Lucy Pearl Don't Mess With My Man.
Fine.
Which is not this Don't Mess
Isn't
With
it?
My Man.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Number 19, Foundations, Kate Nash. Remember that? I think that was her breakout hit, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah, peaked at number 2.
Don't know. You're Not Alone, The Enemy.
No.
Who's Enemy? I don't know.
Number 17, In the Air Tonight, Phil Collins. Now, I think, was this the time of the Cadbury's ad with the gorilla?
Must have been. That's the only reason that song's going to be back in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Number 16, Ian Brown featuring Sinead O'Connor, Illegal Attacks.
Okay, I'm guessing a political message behind that song.
I thought that was a song about kittens up trees, but never mind.
Oh, yes, maybe. Number 15, Big Girls Don't Cry by Fergie. Fergie from Black Eyed Peas. One of the funniest memes on social media I've ever seen her was when she's singing and she does the cartwheel mid-song.
What happens?
Well, she does 2 cartwheels. I think it's on Good Morning America when they're outside and she's on stage singing her latest single. And she's like that. She's singing along and she does a cartwheel and she's like, ah! Have you not seen it? Hopefully our gazers will know what I'm talking about. Otherwise I'm going to look like a right dick now.
Just a Jimmy Savile impression, basically.
No.
That's what it sounded like.
Let's move on.
Number 14, Don't, by Elvis Presley.
Oh. Don't know
Elvis
that one,
still.
do you? Didn't Elvis have a resurgence with Little Less Conversation around this time?
I think that was a bit earlier.
Was it?
I thought it was a bit earlier.
Do you know, the 2000s just all blur into one for
I know,
me.
really.
I can say exactly what I was doing in 1987 and what was in the charts, what I love, but post-2000, it's all a blur.
I think you're right.
I was working in TV at the time.
Because you were making television.
Yeah.
Making dreams and illusions.
Yeah. Okay, number 13, Young Folks by Peter Bjorn and John featuring Bergsman.
Crashing on.
Gobbledygook.
Number 12, Girls Aloud with Sexy No No No. Don't know that song.
No. Number 11, With Every Heartbeat, Robin with Clear Up.
I know that. It's Clear Up that is sponsored by.
Yeah.
She's sponsored by Clear Up.
But yeah, that's a brilliant song. I mean, she's great. Talk about Swedish melancholy.
Yes.
She's got it in bucket loads. I just love Robin. I think she's great.
I don't really know enough about her, to be honest.
Do you like Dancing on My Own, the song?
I don't know it.
You do?
I probably do, but I just couldn't think of it now.
Okay, I'll play it to you after.
I look forward to that. Number 10, The Way I Are. I mean, that's not right, is it? Timbaland featuring Kerry Hilson.
No. Don't know that one. Number 9, lovely Rihanna with Shut Up and Drive.
Number 8, The Pretender by the Foo Fighters.
Like a bit of Foo Fighters. Number 7, She's So Lovely, Scouting for Girls. Inoffensive.
I don't really know it.
She's So Lovely.
Yeah, I hate it.
Copyright.
Number 6, Baby Shambles with Deliverer.
Lovely. And number 5, 1973, James Blunt. We've talked about James Blunt already, how much we like him.
Kind of like him. Not his music, obviously, but him. He's funny.
Yeah.
Number 4, Kanye West with Stronger.
Mm-hmm. Don't know that one. No. Okay, number 3, Hey There Delilah, Plain White Tees. That's God.
I don't know what that is at all. It's just like random words again.
Oh, okay. I'm not singing that one to you.
Number 2, I.O. Technology by 50 Cent, Timberlake and Timberland. Should we see what's number 1?
Sorry, gazers. I hope you're still with us.
Sorry, gazers. It's not our fault, is it?
It's not our fault, it's shit.
Go on.
Okay. Beautiful Girl, Sean Kingston. Do you know what?
Just have a drink.
Just have a drink, move on.
Good. Well, that was 2 minutes of your life well spent, wasn't it? Super. Should we take a break?
Take a break. Please come back.
Please come back.
Please come back. It'll get better, I promise.
All right, we're back. Better than ever. Would you like to give us a bit of info about The Secret Diary of a Call Girl, Dave?
I will.
Thank you.
Being very polite today, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it too. Be nice to each other, gazers.
Yes.
Okay, The Secret Diary of a Call Girl is a British drama television series that aired from the 27th September 2007 to 22nd of March 2011 on ITV2. Talking about digital channels, etc. Based on the blog and books by the pseudonymous Belle de Jour. It stars Billie Piper as Belle, a high-end call girl in London. The series was written by Lucy Prebble, who is also the author of the plays The Sugar Syndrome and Enron, and the series has been compared to Sex and the City by many critics, mainly due to its humorous approach to sex. And that's it, in a nutshell.
Shall I give you a synopsis of this episode?
Do it.
So this is episode 1 we watched. Probably the best place to jump on. I mean, jump on as well, literally. There's quite a lot of jumping on in this TV show, let me tell you. So we meet Hannah, as you say, a seemingly ordinary young woman in London who secretly works as a high-end escort under the name Belle. Breaking the fourth wall, she guides us through her double life, revealing the rules she must live by, the glamour and control she enjoys, and the secrecy she must maintain from her family and friends, especially her best friend and former boyfriend, Ben, who knows nothing about her profession. This is quite a risque. It's quite racy, this show,
now,
isn't
did you
it?
just call Belle an escort?
Yes.
Now, in the explanation I gave, it says call girl.
Right.
But one of the opening lines by Belle herself is the first thing you should know about me is I'm a whore.
Yes. Yeah.
Discuss.
Yes. I mean, it's very clear the ownership of what she does and what she is unashamed of it. And I think the writing of the character sets the agenda for how she's going to be talked about, I think. It's quite a problematic show, isn't it? Like we did with the Stepford Wives, which is very much emblematic of second-wave feminism, I'd like to bring in just a little discussion of third-wave feminism, which very much situates this show at a particular point in time. So third-wave feminism has still got the hangover of girl power, ladette culture of the 90s, and is about women claiming their own body for themselves and having choice, individual freedom for themselves to do what they want, a bit like ladette culture was, to dress how they want. And so we're still riding that kind of a wave. But by this stage, and like we've just said, you know, a lot of the noughties, we get the feeling that, oh, we fixed this, we fixed racism, we fixed sexism. So in the press, feminism is seen as outdated. Feminists are seen as miserable, killjoys, you know, a humorless extreme, you know, because now women have equality, they're able to dress what they want and do what they want, which is very much how Belle is presented to us, the viewer. At the same time, we've got high-profile issues like Page 3 sexism is still going, lad mags are still going, binge drinking culture continues for women, and which sparks, in turn, feminist critique of that. So it's a complicated kind of feminist milieu milieu in which this show is made. After 2010, fourth wave feminism will come in with the Me Too movement and the End Page 3 movement. So at this stage of feminism, it's all about girls, you can dress how you want as long as you own it and make it yours, which is clearly what Belle is doing.
And behave how you want.
Which seems fine on paper.
Yeah.
But what do you think about the gaze of this TV show, Dave?
I take on what you're saying about this third wave feminism thing, but fundamentally, just watching by this first episode, who knows what goes on in, the subsequent episodes and series, but it just felt to me very male gazy to me. Regardless of what the subject matter was or the themes of the show or the script or the story arcs, it felt to me as though this was made for males to ogle Billie Piper and other women's bodies.
Yes.
It was, on top of that, it's glamorising. Okay, this is the show that's been criticised for glamorising prostitution.
Yes.
It's saying, look how glamorous this world is.
Yeah.
You sell your body and you'll get lovely clothes and you'll live in a nice apartment, and even your boss, your manager, is a glamorous woman as well. It's all about female empowerment. And Billie Piper herself's come on and said, address that criticism by saying all you've seen before is the gritty prostitution, the drug-fueled sex trafficking, violent side of prostitution, whereas, there are other types as well of sex workers, we should say now, shouldn't we?
Yes.
Sorry. So, we are the problematic gays, so sometimes we get the terminology wrong.
Yeah.
But so I can see all that, but ultimately, the viewers at home, who's going to be tuning in to see this show? It's going to be men that want to see naked flesh and want to see Billie Piper in the buff.
Because let's face it, Billie Piper is a very attractive woman. And I completely agree with what you just said.
And also, the way it's marketed as well, sorry to interrupt, but, it's marketed as The Secret Diary of a Call Girl. This is like the sexy new show. So it's not saying this is kind of like, the really kind of intelligent look on the world of high-class escorts and stuff. It's on ITV2, starring Billie Piper. Sexy Billie Piper, and there's going to be loads of female flesh for you to watch.
And also, because they're trying to push ITV2, as we've talked about the digital expansion now. So what better way to increase your channel's profile by having a show which has got Billie Piper in it, as you say, in various states of undress, being naughty, dirty, sexy, risque, racy, of course it's there to get bums on seats. So you're right, the criticism have been that it does glamorise kind of sex work, but there's other people who said actually it's good to have a positive expression of sex work, because sex work historically, as you say, has tended to follow familiar tropes. You get the fallen woman, or the victim of sex work, whose story often ends in tragedy, whether that's Nancy in Oliver, or you get the sex worker with the heart of gold.
Yeah, Pretty Woman.
Or you get the sex worker who's there for comic relief, or just to kind of prop up a seedy backdrop. So they tended to have been the representations of sex work up until that point. So I can see the argument for actually this is a positive portrayal, but it felt a little bit tawdry.
I think if that was their intention, it could have been shot stylistically a very different way. You didn't, you could still tell the same story, but not see all that flesh on display.
Or I think it would be done. There'd be parity between what parts of the male body and the female body you see. Like if it was made today, I think you'd see just as much willies as you saw. Actually, to be fair to Billie, you never see. She's always got a bra and pants on at least, and the men tend to be more undressed, but again, it's all just a little bit. I mean, we see her give blowjobs twice, I think, in this first 20 odd minutes, Fair enough. She says, I love sex and I love money. And she says, and I enjoy the sex, so she's got agency. She's not being forced into this. She's very much in control of this, which is a nice kind of refreshing thing to see.
But also, I'd just counter that by saying, it is celebrating this woman who has agency over her own body and who enjoys the sex. But also, what is that saying about the way they're selling the show as well? This is a woman who really enjoys it.
Yeah. It's a bit like she's kind of nympho,
like guilt-free watching because she's not being forced into it. Kind of vibe. So it's allowing this male gaze to go, this is kind of like guilt-free watching because she enjoys it too.
Yeah. But then also, there are lines when she gets the better of patriarchy, if you like, for want of a better expression. So convince them you're wet and you're halfway there. Lines like that, So again, an element of control. It's just wrapped up up in this titillation. Yeah. I don't think it feels honest in its depiction of what it's trying to do, I don't think, you know.
And we should say just at this point that this is The Secret Diary of a Call Girl by Belle de Jour, was a woman who actually existed, and this is her autobiography of her, you know, while she was paying away through university, and has since become a kind of prominent academic.
Yes.
I think between 2003 2004, she became an escort to fund her studies.
Right.
So it is a kind of based on a true story.
Right. And you could argue this is very much paving the way for young women today being in charge of their OnlyFans accounts to make money, you know. And again, if you're in control of that, brilliant. She doesn't have full control because she's got an agent, well, a madam, I guess. And there's no sisterhood in this. No. So there's a scene where Sherry Lungi, who plays the madam, is meeting Belle and 2 other girls or 3 other girls.
Yes.
Yeah. And they are in competition with each other. They're not supportive of each other. They don't like each other.
They're catty and bitchy, typical tropes of how women are represented to behave around each other. Yeah,
yeah. It is a snapshot of a particular time because they talk about their pics on the internet and that they wanted their faces to be pixelated again, which speaks of that kind of pre-social media innocence, I suppose. You know, we haven't quite got to the Instagrams or the Snapchats of today, you know, which an impossibility to have an image pixelated and that's it. So it does cite it in a certain time, doesn't it?
But also in this scene, when they're talking around the table with their, what do you call her, madam?
Yeah.
And they're talking about their faces being on the internet. All this talk about Belle being unashamed of what she does and having agency over her own body and everything. She does say in this, I couldn't bear it if my parents found out. So they're already into kind of introducing that element of shame that Belle should have. Hannah should have about herself and what she does.
Yeah. The danger for her is if she meets somebody she likes, isn't it? So there's a degree of, she doesn't allow herself to like the men who she has to have sex with, which again speaks to the kind of murkiness of, it's not something you're really enjoying, is it? If you have to force yourself not to like them when liking them could be the thing that stops you working. So it's a little bit.
And also, there's this storyline in this where she meets this guy in a hotel bar. She's had an appointment made for her. And this guy can't engage. You know, she tries every trick in the book, and she said it's not happened to me before. He's a good-looking young guy, and it emerges that his preference is for women who are the everyday, not the glamorous, not the made up, the makeup.
Jeans and t-shirt, that's what he wants, isn't it?
Jeans and t-shirt girl, that's what he wants. Stereotypical girlfriend and stuff, which she offers to him as well the next time she sees him. But then finds out that she's enjoying it a little bit too much and then puts the brakes on it and says, I'm not going to see him again. So there's also that conflict in Billie Piper's character that I enjoyed it too much, and I can't do that. It's kind of, you know, emphasising what you said about...
At some level, you've got to hate it in order to do it successfully.
Yeah, and then she goes back to getting out a riding crop and things with an older, not so good looking guy, and says at the end, the perfect partner is one where I never have to be myself. So she's continually having to play this role, isn't she? It's kind of a performative aspect of it, and it's insinuated that it was touched upon that she can't be herself in this. So there's that inner conflict in her as well. So, you know, for all she says, I really enjoy doing this, then we kind of dig a bit deeper and think, well, does she actually enjoy it?
Yeah, which is, I think, one of the things about sex work, isn't it? There's the misconception, the male misconception, that female sex workers like it or get off on it, when actually most of them, it's a means to an end, you know? Yes, it's a tricky one. Do you think it will be on ITV1 now if they made it today?
Probably be on a Netflix, wouldn't it? Or something like that.
Yeah. I was really struck by, Billie's just come out of Doctor Who, obviously, in 2007, and I was really struck by the disparity between how Doctor Who girls were expected to behave in the classic series compared to this, you know, because obviously it's not like Doctor Who girl in racy drama shock, which would have been in the...
Look at Katie Manning when she posed naked with a Dalek.
I know. Well, I mean, even Carol Ann Ford, you know, Susan, the very first companion, one of the first roles she takes after leaving Doctor Who is a streetwalker. And is crucified in the press for it. It never works again.
Really?
You know? So there's a real... That shows you how far times have changed.
Yeah. Why do you think Billie Piper took this role? She'd just left Doctor Who. Her stock was really high.
Yeah.
I suppose there's a feeling that when companions leave Doctor Who, they kind of go out into the wilderness.
Yeah.
Particularly in the old
Which they did.
series.
They did until that point, yeah.
But what conversations, when somebody approached her about this and said, look, it's about a high-class escort, you're going to have to see you in various states of undress. Someone's decided to do some building work outside, gazers. Sorry, don't know if you can hear that. Yeah.
It's not the spirits coming through. We're not turning to Doris Stokes, don't worry.
Yeah, so I wonder what the conversation with her agent was about doing this role.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's like that instinct you have when you play a certain kind of role, in this case the Doctor Who companion, which is very much fit in a certain parameter of behaviours, to just go, right, let's do something completely different.
Yes.
I guess that's the...
Show off your versatility.
Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't you? I mean, Billie looks great.
She does look great. She does look great. And I'm by no means disparaging any woman who wants to have this career, and also, the OnlyFans girls as well. I just think, God, good luck to you. You're completely taking ownership of it, and you're making all the money. There's no man involved to take their share or to exploit you and everything. And I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Just do wonder by how much it was about that, as opposed to this is for the men.
Yes.
To ogle the women.
Yeah.
It's a show about female empowerment on paper, but who is it really targeting?
Yes, yeah. Well, I can see you've put your notebook away.
Well, I have. I didn't have those minutes. It's only half an hour long.
Yeah. What would you give it as a score?
I did think, I might carry on watching this to see if actually it is explored more and it is less about the male gaze and it is more about the journey of a female in this industry. So it didn't completely turn me off at all. But so I'd probably give it about... 6.5 riding stirrups out of 10.
Yes, yeah. I'd probably give it, I was thinking 7 lacy panties out of 10. Because, I was intrigued to see where it would go, and I thought the performances were great. And I know there's a lot of... I know Matt Smith is going to appear later down the line as one of our clients, which is another nice little Doctor Who crossover.
Yeah.
Would have got higher had it not been for the elements we've discussed. The fact that it tries to have its cake and eat it.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly right. And one of the elements I really did like, which we hadn't talked about, is its representation of London. Because there were some really, really nice shots of London.
Westbourne Grove, my old manor around there. Yeah, I loved all that.
And one of her opening lines is she likes the anonymity of London.
Yes.
And actually, I've been in London 5 years by that point.
Right.
And it was the London that I remember. Not that London's changed significantly at all. Lawless London.
Yeah.
Lawless London.
Yeah.
But it really did represent my era of living in London. Yeah. And she talks about the anonymity of London, which we both know as gays of a certain age.
Yeah.
Coming down to London, the Emerald City, was one of the appeals was that. It is anonymous and you can do what you want.
You really can.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's actually, as per time of recording, next week is my 30th anniversary when I moved to London.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, 1995. Esther from Leicester. Do you remember we went for that lovely afternoon the next day? It was a bank holiday weekend. I picked up my skirts, got my bag, came down to Kentish Town, never looked back. 30 years.
I started off... No, I didn't start off in Kentish Town. Anyway, excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me, gazers. Just while we
have a little... Let's pick up this afterwards.
Yeah. I was in Blackheath first. I lived above a fried chicken shop. But then I moved to Maswell Hill.
Yes, much nice.
Yeah, much more at Market.
And that's why I first met you in that party.
Yes, it was in the back garden.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, sorry.
Riveting.
But also, I would just want to talk very, very briefly about the filming style of this, because I just felt... At the time in 2007, it was pitched as quite a glossy drama, wasn't it? And it was kind of really well lit, but I thought it was quite a basic shooting style. You could see, it was pitched as a glossy high-end drama, but done on a budget, I would say. Very kind of sparing shots, nothing too adventurous.
Yeah, it looked quite dated, I felt.
It did feel quite dated. Yeah. I mean, it's 18 years ago now, isn't it?
God,
what's happened to our lives? How can 2007 be 18 years ago?
20 years ago. Anyway, that was The Secret Eye of a Call Girl.
Yes, that was great.
What are we looking at next week, Dave?
Okay, so we're going to stay in the UK. And we're going to... What year are we going to?
2001.
We're going back, taking the Teletardis back 6 years to 2001, and we're going to be looking at an episode of the hit UK comedy. I thought, is it a sitcom? But it's not a sitcom, is it?
No.
Yeah. It's comedy drama.
Yeah.
The Office.
The Office.
With Ricky Gervais, Mackenzie Crook, Martin Freeman, etc.
Yes.
So yeah, huge, massive hit at the time and continues to be well beloved.
Yes. Yes, I haven't seen it since it was broadcast, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I am too.
In the meantime, do like and subscribe. Follow us on our socials at Podcast Gaze on Instagram and TikTok. We'll be posting fun things all the time.
Yes.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube, down below. I always want to do that, down below.
Oh, yes, down below.
Bell thing. Do that. Somewhere here. Yeah. Send us an email if you feel like it. We love hearing from you. We really value your support, so thank you ever so much. Right.
Dr. Lee, what are you about to go and do now?
Well, I'm going to try and find my old riding saddle because you never know when it's going to come in useful, Dave. What are you doing?
I'm going to go and meet Sherry Longy.
Oh, nice. For a little lunch.
For a nice little light lunch.
Working lunch.
Get me appointments for the week.
Jolly good. And on that bombshell, au reservoir.
Au reservoir.